Is it okay in this center for the width to be that of a single board?
What's up, Gordita? What's up?
I can't believe it, guys. Nothing's working, right? Neither the window nor anything else. Nothing's working.
We bought this estate in Paradise, and inside, completely abandoned, there is a stone house. After removing all the weeds that covered it, we continued cleaning the access road, and meanwhile, we have discovered bathing areas with spectacular waterfalls. The access is very difficult, and carrying the materials takes a lot of effort, but we do not give up. Our goal of restoring it with our own hands remains intact. Welcome to building in Paradise.
We're going to do a little bit, the breakdown. What interests us now is that there was no window here. This is a door. On the other hand, there we do have a door. A door. Basically, the simple structure is made like this. We will use sheet metal stud and track for this project. Mainly because of the rigidity, because if you track one that is twisted or with a knot, it breaks. And then we are also going to use a pair of scissors that I have, which makes the flap, and thus we avoid putting so many screws that... Besides, the screw head remains outside and it takes out the splinter. So what the scissors do is cut and overlap one with the other. It's already taking shape, and then when we put the splinter, it already joins. So the scissors. 100 screws, 9 channels, 9 uprights, 1 pre-frame. Some plugs, we are going to put the 8 plug to inflate there the channel, right? Yes, and here, also right. No, there goes the wood. The wood goes there too, for the floor. Can you make a partition like this? But you can also make a much wider partition. Here, the interesting thing is to do it. Here we have a 50 tube, so we're going to bring a channel. I don't know the sizes by heart, but a channel that is approximately 70 to 80. Once you have it, let's go for it.
An eternity later, the
Approach is the following we. Let's assume this is the block, although I don't have the proportions yet. Let's say we enter around here. This is the staircase, or here's the staircase.
Does it give that feeling to everyone? However, it's almost square.
It's almost square.
Yes, it's nearly square.
Okay, and you? What you want to do is put a door here and make a partition, approximately like this. What we're going to propose is the entire structure with these profiles. So that later you can start putting the chestnut ripia. I think you were going to get a normal chestnut ripia. So, we have 2 types of profiles, this one called channel and this one called upright. The upright is thicker. A burr here, so to speak, is not simply a U, but rather, it's like a 100 exactly. It also has holes, allowing you to pass through, for example, when moving from office to office. We have 2 walls, this one and the one I'm going to draw here. A first wall where the door is going to go, let's say, and a second wall that doesn't go to anything, right? There's not going to be a window or anything here. No. What we're going to do first is take the channels and make the perimeters. Basically what is drawn right now, with the pen, both on the floor and on the wall, which as it is rock and it is irregular. Well, we'll see how we're doing it, and then the same here. We'll do the perimeter including the door with a channel. We'll go to the floor, the door, and then up again. all of this with the channel. All of this allows us that once we have, for example, a channel on the floor, a channel on the ceiling, we are going to be able to put a stud in this direction and it will fit perfectly without opening anything.
And this is the stud screwed to the channel, right?
The channel to the wall, ceiling, floor, and the stud to the channel. And then all of that ends up with a resistance of the virgin. Because then, as you go putting the ripia, you're going to be grabbing everything from 1,200 different points. The corner.
Yes, make drawings like this. Small, big, small. Not all on top of each other.
Doing. We have a lot of...
I might even make a different drawing, or do it diagonally so that a different part stands out.
Man, that would be very handsome, but... Well, the pile of clippings you have there, then with the miter box and such, but well...
It would look very handsome. Yes, more different.
Not the typical board one on top of another, but we'll look a little. Look for a cuckoo, okay?
Okay, let's start making the perimeter, then we calculate. Well, we have 10 upright bars, and we're going to take the space we have, and we are going to divide it among the 10 bars we have. Well, it's already there.
The thing is, there are tortillas later.
What's up, cuties? What's going on? Oh.
Okay, which basically means that we make a hole to put this inside. We could cut here, but I'll complicate it further. Let's go. We're going to leave these 2 plates. So what we're going to do is aim here. And aim here.
And I placed you this part. Okay, and nail. Okay, yes, great.
Well, now let's try. Where does the roof go, right? This beam goes pretty straight. We put the one on top and then we drop the lead. In the low. And that's what there is. This wood is rich, right? I can't believe it, dude. It's like iron. It was hard to get it in. Come on, okay.
Two. 12 of one of the uprights.
Well, when you put in a punch, you see a punch goes in there and you'll see how it leaves it. The screw has a head, so, of course, then when you go with the drywall, with the wood, with whatever, that head separates it for you. I prefer to put 2 then, later, when you go with the wood grabs here, the wood grabs here, and it stays the same.
There is no protrusion.
Even right here. A screw, you notice that, and besides, it takes hours to put in screws. Material hours, time hours. Well, until... There we go, a little less.
A little less. There you go.
Let's cut. 153 of channel. Which door do you want? Or 90? Where is the first one?
How? So we have SCOMODA, precisely. Oh, no.
Okay, yes. So are we going to 70?
From 70?
And from that part?
Well, then what you have to do is take and close here. Okay, and now... Take to the center. Okay, let's take a little bit. Actually, it's not even a foul. That's enough. That's it. Hands like this. This is how we... Well then.
We're almost there.
Now we take this one and...
Here we have it.
Okay. Well, you can see how it goes. For please, Saint Christino.
If you want, there's a small level there. Look, if you want.
Well then, nothing, Carmen.
How is it? How is everything? If the middle falls here, how do we grab the piece?
We're going to make about 3 chunks there.
So if I tell you more exactly, where is it? Yes, 264. Okay, 132.
132, that's it, and the middle, yes. And that's where you want to make the diamond. Yes, 132. So are we going to prepare 4 or 5 of these, and we start putting them as they ask us? You have to understand what I'm telling you. Do you know what I'm telling you? Hello, Petinas. Does this center placement and single board width work for you?
Yes, let's go later. Everything exactly the same. That width, then another width.
But the question is whether it's 1 or 2, because here I notice it's wider in the drawing than the other.
Well, but it's just that the drawing is done.
Okay, we put 1 and that's it, right? Exactly 7.5.
This one is perfect because it continues.
Passes until... Then we can put it on and screw it to one side. $31.4. Let's see if it's true. It looks good. We'll cut 4 equal ones. We're trying to determine if it works. Does it or doesn't it? Handsome, right? Yes. Shall we remove a millimeter or 2?
I think that...
but then I don't understand.
And why don't you bring me with the harps?
We keep there. 95. Well, we have everything packed in here. Well. Very good, Chiquito. Very good, very good. Over here, over here. Okay, well, you have it now. Carlos